Hello, welcome to today's Fall of Anne Boleyn countdown. I'm every day joining you to give you a blow-by-blow, day-by-day account of the events that led up to Anne Boleyn's execution on the 19th of May 1536. If you don't know me, I'm Claire Ridgway. I run the Anne Boleyn Files website, and I've also written a few books on the Boleyns, including this one, which has inspired these videos. It's called The Fall of Anne Boleyn, a countdown. Okay, so you need to be watching these videos from the start, really, from the 24th of April, just to understand the context and the build-up of these events. On the 28th of April 1536, Thomas Worley, who was Lord and Lady Lisle's servant at the court of Henry VIII, wrote to Lord Lisle, who was located in Calais, which was an English territory at the time. It was English until Mary I lost it in 1558 in her reign. And Lord Lisle was stationed there as Deputy of Calais. And Thomas Worley's job was to send letters, dispatches to the Lisles to keep them up to date on things at the royal court, and in this case to update the Lisles on the King and Queen's planned forthcoming visit to Calais. And Thomas Worley wrote in his letter to Lord Lisle, "Dr. Bonner came to court yesterday and asked heartily after you and my lady. The Queen expects my lady to meet her at Dover, as Mrs. Marjorie Horseman informed me, and on Tuesday next the King and Queen will lie at Rochester. On Monday I intend to leave for Dover or Sandwich to await the coming of your lordship and my lady. The council has sat every day at Greenwich upon certain letters brought by the French ambassador, who was at court yesterday and divers other times." Now, in a letter to Emperor Charles V, Eustace Chapuis, the imperial ambassador, corroborates Worley's account of the council meeting every day, because not only is Worley saying, the arrangements for the Calais visit and, you Lord and Lady Lisle coming over to Dover meeting the King and Queen, he's not only going on about that, he then has this throwaway sort of remark about the council meeting every day at Greenwich Palace. And Eustace Chapuis mentions this as well, adding that these council meetings go on from morning until 9 or 10 at night. So very, very long council meetings that are happening every day. Then, in another letter dated the 29th of April, Chapuis records how Dr. Sampson, Dean of the Chapel, has been for the last 4 days continually with Cromwell. So we have long daily council meetings. We have Worley also writing, "Dr. Bonner came to court yesterday." Now, this is Edmund Bonner, Archdeacon of Leicester and the future Bishop of London. He's a man who served King Henry VIII as his agent in Rome when Henry VIII was trying to get an annulment of his first marriage to Catherine of Aragon. So long daily council meetings, the arrival of a man who helped the king with his annulment. Then we have mention of Cromwell continually meeting with Dr. Richard Sampson. Now, he wasn't only Dean of the Chapel, he wasn't only a royal chaplain, he was also a canon lawyer, an expert. So you kind of wonder when those aren't suspicious if you just had one of them happening, but when these are all combined, it kind of makes us suspicious that something really is going on. And then, of course, you have the commissions of Oyer and Terminer, the summons of, for Parliament, for people to attend Parliament. You have all of this going on. Now, all of that combined is suspicious enough. But then we also, in his dispatch of the 29th of April 1536, we also have Chapuis talking about the recent election of Sir Nicholas Carew to the Order of the Garter. Now, this was a position that actually Anne Boleyn hoped that her brother George Boleyn would get, but Sir Nicholas Carew got it instead. But Chapuis mentions that Carew continually counsels Mrs. Semmel, who's Jane Seymour, and other conspirators, and that only 4 days ago he and some persons of the chamber sent to tell the princess, that's Mary, to be of good cheer, for shortly the opposite party would put water in their wine, for the king was already as sick and tired of the concubine, Anne Boleyn, as could be. So Carew is advising Jane Seymour, he's coaching Jane Seymour, and he's telling Mary, sending messages to Mary, daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, that all will be well, that things will get better for you, because the concubine, Anne Boleyn, she's on her way out. Interesting when all of that is combined. And I know that there are people that believe that, that this is too early to say that, Anne Boleyn was, she was going to be arrested, she was going to be got rid of. But no, all of these things together, they are so suspicious, aren't they? Something's definitely going down. So the 28th of April 1536, lots of things going on, lots of suspicious events. I'll be back tomorrow with another event for you in the fall of Anne Boleyn. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking there, hit the bell to be notified as well as videos go live. I know there are lots of you that like to know as soon as a video goes live, and that's very encouraging and heartwarming to hear. But I'll be back tomorrow with more for you. Take care, have a great day. Bye bye.